Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Yes!
Lord Tyrion.
Tyrion!
Your Grace?
Tyrion Lannister, that's it.
With
did I
your
say,
permission,
Tywin? No.
allow me
I
to
was thinking TIE
introduce Lady
fighter.
Mira of House Forrester.
Tywin! Yeah.
Your Grace.
Haha,
Girl
she
knows
is
her
pleased.
courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
She's like Lord Vader
House
up there.
Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Yeah, yeah,
Are they?
totally loyal.
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Alright.
Is your family loyal to the king?
Oh boy,
Perhaps
that's a
you should
loaded
ask
question.
the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
There we go. See? Walking the
see.
fence.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark.
Yes.
A house of traitors.
No.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
There we go.
Clever girl.
Yep. Yep. Thank you, Tywin.
Perhaps too clever for
Tyrion.
her own good.
The girl did say their loyalty was unwavering.
She has a talent for equivocation, yet I question what she really thinks.
Alright, let's get serious here.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father.
Well, that's you.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you?
Yes, Your
Ask any
Grace.
Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
Of course she'll remember
see.
that. She's gonna have me kill
What
somebody.
would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
I love him.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Oh man, what a bitch.
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I
Why
hope
would,
you
why,
find
why
it
would
quickly.
she remember this? She told me to tell her whatever. she
Loyalty
wanted
can
to
be
hear.
such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Yep.
Well said. I was beginning to
shit.
worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
Why does she remember that?
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
Why she remembers that?
My
I'm
sense is
telling
this
her just
girl
what
will
she
say
wants to
almost
hear.
anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Oh, Marjorie, don't hate me. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. Yeah,
I'll
feel
walk you
for
out.
me. Thank you.
This may
Somebody
come
might
as a
have
surprise,
some
but I
manners.
met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then, he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man.
That he was.
You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
What are you suggesting?
Yeah, let's let him say it first.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance. And it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
Honestly,
It may be far
Fuck
too
it.
dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you?
hell yeah.
I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
He's right there. Lady Marjorie, please understand I was just saying that for Cersei's sake.
Mira, I was worried.
Ah, it's you. Come on in.
How was
You're
it?
cool. You're not that dirty little
Cersei
boy.
has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult.
Yeah.
But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard.
From what you've heard.
Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Yeah. Horrible. Especially if it's Joffrey.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Oh, hell
He
no!
does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Yeah, fuck that.
Well, I would marry him.
That's a
Imagine
twisted
the
little
power you'd
sick
have
freak
as
right
queen
there.
of the 7 kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Oh, come on, Marjorie. Don't get pissed at me.
Well,
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Good.
I'm just glad it's over.
Ugh, me too. Ugh.
King's
Okay.
Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's
me
always
about it.
someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over.
That's what makes it
I
so
fear It will
interesting.
only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Especially once Joffrey chokes
Do
on
you
his
agree?
own Spoiler alert.
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly.
Yeah!
You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Very important. Spit it out. I'm gonna ask.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever
Go.
you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Okay. And here it goes.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Okay, and here it goes again. I'd prefer to speak alone.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
It's nothing against you, Sarah. Trust me. We're still good, right? Pound it out? Pound? No pound. Okay. I'll, see you later for makeup. Oh, man.
Go on. Ask.
There we go.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow.
Uh-huh.
What would you have me do?
Uh-huh.
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
Oh, it's putting him right in the middle of a war.
That is no small request. Especially now.
I know,
Yeah.
my lady, and
On behalf
I
of your
wouldn't
mom,
ask
that's
this of you
kind.
otherwise.
That's cool.
But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks. And now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
It is, my
Joffrey
lady.
will not look favorably on such a request.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't
It's-
know, Mira. If
me and
Cersei
you.
were to find out...
Oh, shit.
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does.
Yep.
Not even his mother.
Yep. Yeah, his mother doesn't.
Ramsay Snow will arrive
tingle
at
his happy
Ironrath within a
parts.
week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
You can bend his ear. And a few other things.
Very well. I'll make your
persuade him.
request, but I cannot
Woohoo!
promise anything.
Ah,
Thank
that's
you, my
cool.
lady.
That's
I
cool.
will send a raven to my family at once.
Wow. Thanks for that long neck of yours. Woo-wee.